I was just telling Lamb that I was going through the comments and I saw someone was like, oh, why isn't he carrying all the bags? A lot of other comments are like, why are you always driving him?
Yeah, I remember.
Why doesn't he drive you? And I was thinking, I was like, why? So I was asking Lamb and I was like, wait, stop. We need to get this recorded. Like, why? Because this is a combo, okay, for all of us. Why is it a thing? Like, why are there so many gender roles, like, associated to certain things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because when I read those comments, I was annoyed because I was like, well, why does he have to be the one to carry all the bags?
Let go.
And first things first, just to clear that up, the only reason why I was the one carrying all the bags is because I have zero patience and he moves slow. So I grab all.
And then my knee was hurting. You were trying to help
out. And his knee
out.
hurts, but even before his knee, it still would have probably been that way because I like to just grab stuff and move. Like, it's not because he doesn't want to help. It's not because he doesn't help. He does. That was like one shot out of the 2 years we've been together. But I'm just like, why are you just like, even right now, like, guys, he's full on washing dishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think it's so funny because, like, people do that a lot. Like, I don't know. I guess it's just been ingrained in us from society that, like, women have to do certain things and guys have to do certain things. But, like, we don't do that at all.
No. So just because we're...
Because technically, if we go by that standard, like, I do a lot of the guy stuff then and you do a lot of the girl stuff because you cook a lot.
Yeah. And just because we're having this conversation, right, because this is very interesting, one of the things that is helping our relationship, our marriage, is the fact that we don't put, what's that English word?
Like gender roles?
Yeah, we don't have that among us.
Yeah.
We don't do gender rules and all that, right? You see, I wash dishes all the time, and one of the best things that ever happened to me was the fact that I was raised by my grandparents. And I tell you guys, I'm very proud. I was raised right, you know?
But you were raised very different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of African men in general are used to being like the man and don't wash dishes and don't clean and cook. Like, it's more of the women's role.
Yeah, again.
Because even a lot of the women in these comments, Nigerian women, they're saying they're from Nigeria or African descent.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, like the guy should be doing that.
Yeah.
Or
So
a woman should be cooking.
It's such an interesting thing, right? Because for me, okay, how did I even start cooking, right? I remember my grandma used to say something, you know, we were young boys in the house, and she would just say things like, I need you all to learn how to cook. Specifically, this was why. She was like, I need you all to know how to cook, so that when you get married and your wife is pregnant, you can help out. That was what she was thinking, right? But the interesting part is
Which is really a key point, because a lot of people do not raise their sons to do certain things when their wife is pregnant or just needs help.
You
know, nobody thinks about that.
Nobody thinks about that. And she never set me down to say, oh, this is how to cook or blah. No, but you know, like, while I'm in the kitchen around her, pass me the salt, I will pass it. Pass me this, I will pass it. That's how I started learning from her. You know, that's how I started studying, like, the timing, the way the first time she left a pot of soup to me, you know, she was like, when the soup is ready, turn off the fire, you know. And I remember vividly, we were cooking then with firewood. You know, what she means by turn off the fire is, what she means by turn off the fire is you begin to remove the big woods so that the fire goes down.
Oh, wow, not like this.
No.
Outside.
I didn't have a gas cooker growing up. You know, I never had this kind of...
Because you talk about, okay, so when you were little.
Yeah, like
outside.
when I was younger, yeah. Like even into my early teenage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we cooked outside. And when she said that, is you remove the big firewood so that the fire begins to go down, you know, and then it becomes like very small fire. So these are things that I started picking up. And when I read people's comments, as a man, the most important part of marriage for me as a young boy, you know, when I knew I was ready to get married, it was not about money. It was about my mental state. It was about, I knew I was ready to get married when I understood the meaning of decisions, choices, and having the mentality of I'm getting into this to make it work. It's not about me or about but it's about us.
Or enslaving.
Or
like
enslaving. No.
Like,
It's that was
when
when
laundry. Like,
yeah.
You do your own like there. I mean, listen, there are other guys who do their own laundry, but like I feel like there are some people who it's like that falls under like what a woman does.
Yeah.
Laundry, cooking, cleaning, and it's like what?
She doesn't like to cook.
What?
That's a good example now. You don't like cooking.
Yeah, let's put it. I hate cooking.
She hates it.
Hate it.
But now this is the thing. A lot of men will probably see that as a big problem because she doesn't cook, they won't marry her. Oh, she's probably not the right woman for me. Forgetting the fact that marriage is a lot of combination of elements. It's not just one cooking or something, right? I love to cook and I know how to cook.
And he legit, like when I tell you he loves it, like you walk over, if he doesn't know, like you can peep in on him and he's smiling at the food.
Yeah, I love it.
Like he loves it.
So it's like my grandma prepared me for the future, I'm happy.
Legit.
And
Thanks, Grandma.
And I'm watching her sometimes when I'm cooking. You remind me of myself when I was way younger. Sometimes when I'm cooking, she will come and stand behind me. She's looking excited, peeping into the plate, into the pot. And then there was a few times I leave you.
I want it.
Sometimes I leave the food on the fire with you. You're like, no, let me stir it. Guys, there is nothing like it is the man's duty. It's different if, even when we both go to work, even when I had a long day and I get back home, she might be at home and she's tired or she's doing something, she was busy. I don't care, right?
But usually though, what I will say with things like that,
yeah,
it's usually like if you're home first, you'll make something.
Yeah, I do.
I'm home first, like, you know what I mean? Because like,
but there are days where I was home, you go back from work,
and cook,
and you started cooking.
Oh yeah, I mean it just depends. Yeah,
that has happened. Sometimes you tell me don't cook, I want to be the one to cook, and I'm like, is this the same woman?
Surprise them.
Is this the same woman that told me she doesn't like cooking? So it goes to, like, right now, the reason why this conversation even happened is because
we're in the middle of our Saturday chores.
Like, I'm about to start cleaning all this, right? I want to do cleaning, right? And I'm happy we're having this conversation because I feel like, for me, it is important as a man. It's important for you to know, man or woman, whichever you are, it's important for you to know how to clean, how to cook, how to even take care of yourself. And again, I repeat, that's how I knew I was ready to get married. When I was living by myself, I used to cook.
Yeah.
I used to clean my house by myself.
Yeah.
I didn't. So why should that change? Because I am married. Because I'm married now.
Yeah. Now it's like, I have.
Oh, I don't marry you.
Now she can do it.
It's now she's the only one that can cook.
And vice versa. A woman shouldn't get married and say, "Oh, now I've got a guy to do it all," right? Like I don't look at him and say, "Oh, now I have a chef." You know what I mean? Like,
she loves to drive. You drive.
Yeah.
Guys, no kid. She's a better driver than me. I used to drive in Lagos, Nigeria, and all that. Yes, I know how to drive. But I've seen her behind the steering and the things she does on the road. Me, I know myself that I will not do it.
Me, I know myself. I will do it.
I will never do it. You understand? She's a better driver. She's she doesn't have patience. You know me, I like to take my time.
We'll never get anywhere if he's behind the wheel. So even once he's
I like to take my time and
even once
she's like
licensed, I don't know if you guys will be seeing him behind the wheel. It'll still probably be me mostly. Just because I don't know that I have patience.
She doesn't she's not patient to she's not patient at all. But that is the beauty of our relationship. We understand ourselves. And a lot of the factor again is ego. As a man, you're feeling very, very important beyond the woman that you chased after. I remember the first time she told me yes. Yes, I'm going to date you. I didn't sleep that night. So why would I forget those values?
Yeah.
I wasn't chasing her so that she would become my cook,
an
employee, my housekeeper, or this. No, that was not why. It was because I valued her so highly. and I knew that I needed her in my life, right? So what should change? So it's important that your relationship or your marriage, whatever it is you are into, you must sit yourself down and ask yourself a question. Am I in this to make it work, or am I in this just fooling myself or just playing around? You see all this house cleaning chores. I know a lot of families that they have problems every day just because of little things like this. That shouldn't happen. He doesn't
clean, she doesn't clean. It's like, just cut it out, throw all that stuff to the side, and just do it together.
And again, what I'm about to say now is,
like, truly, I think it's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a partnership. Like, and guess what, guys?
Almost everything.
If you truly respect your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, if you truly respect them, right, those things would never be a problem. I don't want to study anybody else's marriage because they are not married to the woman I'm married to. I don't want to look at anybody's house because their house is not my house. But I want the best. I want the best out of my relationship. Yes, as a man, sometimes your ego will come out and want to play a quick trick on you. You must be in charge of your thoughts and your emotions. Yeah. Because your thoughts and your emotions is the result of your actions. So you must always be in control. Basically, the whole thing is, I didn't allow my ego to direct the tone of my relationship, my home. Because my goal, I always, I love her a lot, and I used to say to myself, I want a very peaceful home. Normally, when two people are together, there is always things to argue about. For everyone you solve, that's one less thing to argue about. One less thing to bring pressure in your home. Two people coming together to live. We are new, different culture, different upbringing, orientation. Everything is different. It is normal for us to have those kind of issues, but it is not normal if we don't adjust quickly and learn, because we know our priority is a happy home. So guys, I hope this is our little chit chat today.
Our little snack chat.
Our little chat.
Instead of Snapchat, a little snack chat.
Because I just realized I was talking to you people and I've not even started cleaning.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Get to cleaning.
Yeah, right. Now she wants to feel like
she's showing off.
Now she wants to feel like a champion.
Now she's showing off. Bye, guys.
But truth be told, your goal is to respect each other and make a conscious effort and decision to make your relationship work. Things like chores, cleaning should never bring issues in your home. And if you have kids, train your male children and your female children to know that this thing is not gender based.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership. We're in it together. Yeah. And if you don't know how to cook, begin to learn. No pressure on yourself.
This is where this ends, guys. So definitely subscribe.
So that is one thing we are still trying
to subscribe, guys. Like this video. Share it.
So that's one thing we are still working on. She
must subscribe and share.
Like my grandma, I am very patient. I know one day down the line, because marriage is not 2 years or 1 year or 6 months. It's a lifetime journey. I know a day will come.
Bye, guys. Subscribe.
I know a day will come.
Subscribe. Like, why are you bringing the jelly?
I know a day will come. She will cook.
Bye, guys.
She will cook sweet vegetable soup from beginning to end.
Why are you stopping?
We love you guys.
Okay, bad girl, wagwan. Me I know you a professional lips reader, and you know me a professional down dada. Read my lips and follow instructions.
Oh, baby, read my lips.